1994 season between the number one ranked team in Class 2A, the Schulenburg Shorthorns, and the Hallettsville Brahmas. We're here at the Shorthorns Stadium on this opening night of season. We're glad you're joining us here on Tuesday evening on Channel 16. And Jeff, as we take a look at tonight's ball game, a battle last year where Hallettsville knocked off Schulenburg. Shorthorns lost 3 out of their first 4 games after back-to-back state championship seasons, wound up in the state quarterfinals. But there's something for these Horns to prove again this year with the big crown on their head as number one ranked.
Oh, definitely, definitely. They've got a lot of experience coming back this year, which hopefully will lead them into the playoffs. It's going to be a tough district with Shiner and East Bernard, all three ranked in the top 10. It's going to be interesting. As some coaches have said, who's the less banged up at the end might be the man playing still.
Well, you look at the Shorthorns coming in with the number one ranking, and the first thing they say is, well, if you can stop Jason Houston, you can stop the Shorthorns. But that's not the case because you've got so many other returning starters.
Oh, definitely. You've got some very good wide receivers and a quarterback that can throw and also run real well. You can't just key on Jason.
What about the defense for the Horns this year? What can we expect? They're always nail tough.
Oh, a lot of speed. A lot of speed. A little bit of a lack of depth in maybe the defensive backfield, but the line is real strong. A lot of returning lettermen there. I think we've got a lot to look forward to.
Well, we're looking forward to bringing this game to you. We've got a lot of wonderful sponsors making it all possible, and we're going to tell you about those. Right, fine sponsors making the rebroadcast possible of Shorthorn football. You'll see it every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock here on Crown Cablevision Channel 16. Our sponsors, in part, Diamond S Restaurant, Foxfire Builders, J.O. Renner, 10th Frame Bowling Alley, Autobahn Travel Shop, Ken and Sherry Banks, owners of IMCO, Krumcheck Wagner Insurance Agency, Kelly and Doris Sarton, Schulenburg Livestock Auction Incorporated, Zimmerman's Garage, Vernon and Fawn Zimmerman owners, Schulenburg Printing and Office Supplies and Sports Specialties, the Prosky families, and Dan and Jill Tabor. Plenty of lightning in the sky here as we get set for this 1994 season opener. Of course, you're watching this on Tuesday night on the delayed basis, and we're a little bit delayed as it is, Jeff. The officials have said, hey, let's let this system blow over a little bit before we get anybody out there and get them hurt.
I wholeheartedly agree with them. It's not a good idea to be standing in an open field when there's lightning all around the area. With a little luck and a little bit of wind here, we might get started pretty quickly.
Well, let's take a look at the starting offensive linemen for both squads tonight. First off, the Schulenburg Shorthorns will come at you this way. The starting quarterback is Steven Sarton, a 3-year letterman. He's a senior, 5'11", 170 pounds. In the backfield, blue chip candidate Jason Houston, number 2, rushed for over 1,800 yards last year as a junior, 6'1", 205 pounds. He'll be flanked to his right by Bradley Wright, a junior, 1 letter, 5'8", 165 pounds. The split end is Kurt Bezetsny, a senior, 5'11", 160. The tight end is Kevin Mark, a senior, 2 letters, 6'1", 190. The flanker is Jamie Jackson. He's a speedster, junior, 2 letters, 5'11", 150 pounds. The split end will be Stephen Adams, a junior, with 1 letter, 5'10", 160. Taking a look at the offensive line this season, the Horns will come in with a little bit of size. Of course, down and anchoring that line will be Dustin Bozel, the 3-year letterman. He's a senior. He's a center, 5'9", 160. But on the right side, we'll start at the guard position. Chris Urich, 185, and Donovan Hujay is another senior at 205. The tackles at right tackle, it'll be Dan Deegan. He's a big one, 245 pounds. And the left tackle, Greg Segura, at 240. So I guess, Jeff, the outside is where the Shorthorns will really be strong on the line again this season.
Well, it looks like this year these are probably the 2 biggest tackles we've had in a long time. I expect them to utilize their size and to help Jason and the other backs get outside a little quicker.
And, of course, they'll be doing a lot of the protecting for Jason Houston, of course, getting him outside, and for Steven Sarton. We can't forget Sarton threw for over 1,000 yards last season, so Shorthorn, once again, a 2-dimensional team.
Oh, Steven's a real fine quarterback. He's got a great head on his shoulders. He sees the field well. He doesn't make a lot of bad mistakes, a lot of bad decisions. I expect a lot out of Steven this year also.
All right, we're going to have our opening kickoff. Our flip of the coin first is coming up in just a moment. But right now, we're going to recognize some more of the people who are bringing this to you on Channel 16. Tula, a fine sponsor of Shorthorn football, along with Bruce and Cindy Bull. 3D Belt Company, Steve and Sharice Dees, backing the Lady Horns and the Shorthorns. Charles and Gail Bach. Oak Ridge Smokehouse Restaurant, Robert, Pam, and Narissa Bezetsny. Tom and Dolores Sanders. Gallup Supermarket, Leo's Stop and Shop. Leo's Sheer Genius and Upstairs at the Downstairs. Mayor Leo Kopetsky, Davine, and Kenny. The Record Rack, Barry and Melissa Shepard. Gary and Laurie Bauer, Jean, Barbara, and Christine Ginnert, along with Royce and Jeanette Huge, all fine sponsors making this broadcast, a rebroadcast, possible here on Crown Cablevision, Channel 16, every Tuesday night. The Hallettsville Brahmas to our right are preparing to run through their sign here this evening as they will get set to break out. The Schulenburg Shorthorns are also in their home end zone preparing to come out. You will see flashes throughout the evening. We have rain falling here in Schulenburg, and here's lightning. As we get across, the Shorthorns will be making their way out there. The number 1 ranked team in Class 2A, trying to get back to the state championship. They won it all in 91 and 92. Quarterfinals last year. Of course, state semifinals in 89 and 90. Schulenburg busting out in the brand new uniform, the brand new pants. They're black pants with the Super S and the black jersey. So, and the black helmet. So, Jeff, Schulenburg kind of intimidating with the black look tonight.
I don't know if that's intimidating or makes them look a little slow. Maybe they're trying to intimidate a little bit with that blackness. I like it though. I think it's a sharp change.
Well, the Shorthorns will try to break through the season here to get things going for 1994. By the way, we're in a brand new area here at Shorthorn Stadium in the new addition at the press box. So the Shorthorns still getting their things going. As the Brahmas get ready to go through their poster, the visitors will bust through first, and their crowd will get things going. And now, as we look ready for the Shorthorns, Schulenburg says, batter those Brahmas, and here they are. Your 1994 Schulenburg Shorthorns. Preseason ranked number 1 in the state. And Jeff, what does that do to the psyche of these young men? It's got to get you a little fired up, knowing everybody's gunning after you week after week.
Well, for the past few years, everybody's been gunning after Schulenburg anyway. I don't know if it's going to make that much difference, to tell you the truth. I think it's a tribute to the staff and to the players of the preparations they've made in the past few years to keep this up. It's hard to do this year after year, and I think they're up to the challenge.
Speaking of the staff, Coach David Hoosman is the head coach, of course, for the Schulenburg Shorthorns. A lot of teams around the state have tried to court Coach Hoosman. Of course, he's happy here at home in Schulenburg. Has done a wonderful job. The assistants include Conley Brown, Brad Oden, Doug Stewart, Brad McCaslin, Eric Tharps are their coaches. The girls' coaches, of course, include Cynthia Trohashik, Matt Garrett, and Alan Schulke. And we have a new superintendent this year as well. We met him. I had a chance to meet him earlier this evening. Fritz Leifest? Leifesti. He was having problems pronouncing some of the other names. So, anyway, captains are meeting out on the field for the Schulenburg Shorthorns. It will be Chris Urich, Donathan Huge, looks like Steven Sarton, and Kurt Bezetsny. For Hallettsville, their captains include Jeff Apple, number 18. Number 55 is Robert Burns. And we'll try to get the remaining captains as they break the way. This is the initial game of 1994. Friday night, the Horns will be on the road for the first road game of the year in Altair against the Rice Consolidated Raiders. So you can join us every Tuesday evening here on Crown Cablevision Channel 16 for Shorthorn Football 1994. I'm Kevin Fishbeck, along with Jeff Prosky. And, of course, some of our fine people making it all possible includes Casper's Department Store of clothing and shoes for the entire family. Frank's Supply, Schwenke Baumgarten Funeral Home, that's Mark, Brian, and Bill Clazel. Schulenburg Glass, Mike and Phyllis Uritza. Schaller Engineering, Wellborn Petroleum, Hill Bank and Trust Company, serving your local area for over 100 years. Watts Lovitt Clinic and Pharmacy, and Mr. B Fireworks. Tom Vargas says, more bang for your buck. So the Shorthorns and the Hallettsville Brahmas will prepare to get the 1994 season underway. The Brahmas will be receiving the football, where Schulenburg will be doing the kicking. And once again, we'd like to recognize some more of our sponsors at this time. Insurance Agency, Hugo Hollis in Schulenburg, Carl Duncan in Weimer. Frank's Restaurant, management and personnel say good luck, Horns. 65 years of superior food, IH-10 and Highway 77. Chuck Brown Ford. Chuck Brown made his name here at Schulenburg on Shorthorn Stadium many a times. Double B Foods Incorporated and Bubba and Karen Deegan, some of our fine sponsors here this evening. Mike Bonewald is back deep to receive for the Brahmas. Mark Kellner to his right, and it will be Adrian Eschberger to his left. To do the kicking for the Shorthorns is going to be Jarrett Schramek. So Schramek will tee it up. We'll get the 1994 football season underway. Ball resting at the 40-yard line. Schramek approaches, and we are underway. The kick is going to be taken at about the 10-yard line, then fumbled by Bonewall back to the 4. Still can't find it. Picks it up. He is swarmed by some horns, and boom, the ball is fumbled. Shorthorns have the football. Yes. What a break for the Schulenburg Shorthorns. Who came up with it? Bonewall was hit by a whole host of horns, and Jeff, it may have been Chad Gintert.
I believe it was Tyson Romine, number 44, the transfer student that just came to Schulenburg this year.
So Romine makes his name as the Schulenburg Shorthorns. And the Horns will set it up this way. It'll be Shorten, the quarterback. The running backs will be Jason Houston and Bradley Wright. Splitting far left is going to be Bezetsny and Jackson. Shorten working at about the 3-yard line. Shorthorns opening, handed off. Jason Houston, first time he touches the ball in 1994 is a touchdown. It's a one-play drive. Takes 3 yards. And just a matter of about 8 seconds, Jeff Prosky and Jason Houston is on the board for touchdown number 1.
Well, I can't see if you want to start a season the better way. The rain might have caused a little bit of havoc there with the ball carrier, but both teams out to play it. We'll see what happens in the next drive.
Schramek will kick the extra point. Barry Shepard, the normal field goal extra point kicker and field goal kicker for Schulenburg, has a slight injury that he suffered earlier in the preseason. Shorthorns with the shift, looking for a good snap. The holder is Sarton. There's a snap. The hold is down. The kick is up. The kick is boomed. Good. And with 11 minutes and 44 seconds left to go in the opening quarter of the 1994 opener, Schulenburg Shorthorns lead by a score of 7-0. So the opening kickoff muffed by Bonewald, recovered by Romine or Schulenburg. One play, Jason Houston takes it over on the right side for a 3-yard carry, and it's a 3-yard touchdown. The Schulenburg Shorthorns lead here 7-0 as we play here in the first quarter. Again, as the Shorthorns lead it here 7-0. Schramek will kick again, and Bonewall will get another chance. That's, if you're Hallettsville, that's not the way you want to start off. Trailing at 7-0, just like that in Shorthorn Field. There's another kick. Bonewall will bobble it again. He's fumbled it. He picks up at the 15, 20, 25, slips a tackle, and then gets knocked down at about the 28-yard line. Tackle is going to be made there by Paco Valenzuela. Also looked as though Kevin Mark made penetration and made the play. Let's set the offense for the Hallettsville Brahmas. Jeff Apple, the quarterback. The fullback, Brandon Musker. The running back is Tremaine Brooks. The Y back is Brandon Thompson. The Z back, Mike Bonewall. David Rakes is the X back. Center is Brian Williams. The left guard is Aaron Summers. Schulenburg with a 5-man defensive front. Apple looking to pass, throwing out, and the ball is going to be way behind the receiver, Frank Bluta. A little miscommunication there. So the pass from Jeff Apple is incomplete. The Shorthorns lead 7-0. 11 minutes and 32 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. If you just joined us, Hallettsville fumbled. The opening kickoff was recovered at the 3-yard line, and then Jason Houston carried it across for the Shorthorns. Second down and 10 to go. Ball is at the 27-yard line of the Hallettsville Brahmas. One back set, trips to the right. Apple rolling a pass, looking, has a man wide open. Bluta catches it, makes a move, gets away from one, and then it gets to the 41-yard line, and it's a first down. It's a gain of 13 to Frank Bluta. And it's a first down, the initial first down of the night for the Hallettsville Brahmas. So it's a first down and 10 for the Brahmas. Ball is at the 41-yard line. We'll have trips to the left. Tight end is on the right. One back set for Hallettsville. Apple calling the signals with the rain coming down. Handoff up the middle. Man has some running room. Trap block all the way up to midfield. And is finally brought down by Jamie Jackson. The ball carrier was Tremaine Brooks, number 14. That's a good carry. It's going to be just shy of midfield. Give him 8 on the carry. Second down and 2 to go for the Hallettsville Brahmas. Ball just shy of midfield, and the rain coming down even harder now. We'll see a lot of the umbrellas that popped up here in the stands. Second down, a wishbone formation for the Hallettsville Brahmas. Handed off backside, that's Brooks, and wrapped up and close to a first down. Sam Brown with the tackle for the Schulenburg Shorthorns. Going to be awfully close to a first down. The officials will call for an official measurement. The chains are on that side. Jeff, after Hallettsville settled down, they've got an impressive drive going.
Yeah, the running game, I think, is going to be the key to tonight. With this rain falling, the ball's going to get a little slick. They're going to have to grind it down on the ground. I may be wrong, but it looks like it could be the key to the game.
Well, you know, that's definitely one of the keys that you and I talked about earlier is with the weather conditions. With this continued steady rain, the team that carries the ball the best will probably have the advantage. Schulenburg carries the ball very well. They pass very well. Hallettsville with new coach Bill Boyd Bryant, still waiting to see they still run multiple offensive sets.
Exactly. With the size of the line is really going to make a difference when it gets a little sloppy out there and so on. Who's going to be able to push the most?
It's a third down and short situation for the Hallettsville Brahmas. They will run a double tight end formation with a wishbone, double tight. Apple may just try to sneak it across. He does, and he will have the first. Well, he's going to be hit by the interior line, but he's going to have the first down. It was stopped by a whole host of Hallettsville Brahmas, by Schulenburg Shorthorns. Gain of 2, it's a first down and 10. The ball is at the Shorthorn 48-yard line. We have exactly 10 minutes to go in our first quarter. The Horns lead 7-0 over Hallettsville. Apple is the signal caller for the Hallettsville Brahmas. A wing set formation, double wing formation, and Apple wants to call a timeout. And that timeout comes with 9 minutes and 38 seconds left on our clock. In the first quarter, Schulenburg leads by a score of 7-0. So the Shorthorns lead, as we said, 7-0 with 9:38 left. The Shorthorns had only one offensive play. It was a 3-yard touchdown run by Jason Houston. Hallettsville, Brooks has carried 2 times for 10 yards, and Apple has completed 1 of 2 passes for 13 yards. We have a first down and 10. Motion coming to the left side. Quick pitch left side. Horns defense strings it out. Bezetsny just missed him. And it's going to slip down. Brooks is going to slip at the 45. It's going to be about a 3-yard gain for Brooks. Kurt Bezetsny had the angle, and Brooks kind of made a nice move and got around Bezetsny. It's going to be a second down and 7, a 3-yard gain. Clock rolls with 9:10 left to go in the first quarter. Rain continues to come down at Shorthorn Stadium with the Horns on top of Hallettsville, 7-0. Single back set. Apple rolls to the right, looks to pass, under pressure, throws a man deep, turn around. It's going to be caught by Bluta. He's going to score. It's caught by Bluta. It's going to go for 45 yards. Apple to Bluta as he got behind Sarton. And it's going to be a 45-yard touchdown. And the Hallettsville Brahmas are right back in with a point extra, trying for the tie here with 8:55 left in the first quarter of play. A little mix-up in the secondary. Blue ran through the double coverage. It'll be Mark Kilner for the extra point. Looking for a good snap. Apple at the holder. Ball is slick. It's a good snap. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So we have 8:55 left to go in our first quarter. Our score, Schulenburg Shorthorns 7, Hallettsville Brahmas 7. We'll be back with more from Shorthorn Stadium. But first, we're going to tell you about more of our sponsors. More of our sponsors include Diamond S Restaurant, Foxfire Builders, J.O. Renner, 10th Frame Bowling, Audubon Travel Shop, IMCO, Ken and Sherry Banks owners, Krumsek Wagner Insurance Agency, Kelly and Doris Sarton, Schulenburg Livestock Auction Incorporated, Zimmerman's Garage, Vernon and Fawn Zimmerman. They are your owners. Schulenburg Printing and Office Supplies and Sports Specialties, the Proschke families, and Dan and Jill Tabor. Thank all of our sponsors for making it possible. Hallettsville will kick for the first time. We're tied at 7, 8:55 left. First quarter, short kick. Real short kick. Fair catch is going to be called for and made as he touches the knee by Stephen Adams. So a very short kick. The ball will be resting at about the 29-yard line. Call it the 29. 8 minutes and 54 seconds left to go in the first quarter of play. With our ball game all knotted up at 7 apiece. Schulenburg had to go just 3 yards for their first offensive drive. We'll see what they have now. It's Wright and Jackson in the backfield for Sarton. Sarton, the man under, barking the signals. He'll hand it to Jason Houston. Houston has a block, gets away from one, but then cannot contain as a tackle is made by Mushka. Houston, gain of about 4 on the play. It'll be second down and 6. They'll change the football out probably on every player as the rain continues to come down at Shorthorn Stadium. We have a great crowd here, but it's the rain that's getting everybody. Second down and 6. Split backfield with Wright and Houston. They'll give it to Wright up the middle. He's got some running room to the 40, 45, 50, 45, and into Brahma territory at about the 43-yard line. Bradley Wright takes it from the 33. A 26-yard gain for Bradley Wright, his first carry of the 1994 season. And Bradley Wright, the junior, carries it up for a first down. That is the second first down for the Shorthorns. 2 splits out to the left. That's Bezetsny and Jackson. Tight end Mark is to the right. Split backfield. Sarton, the man under, hands it off. Houston tries to get away, gets away. Nice cut, still on his feet. You can't stop a bull when he's in full motion. That's what Jason Houston does so well. Not only will he avoid you, but he'll run right over you. Gain of 5 for Jason Houston. That's the third carry for Houston tonight, 13 yards. He does have a touchdown. Shorthorns and the Brahmas are tied. 7.5 to go first quarter. We're tied at 7. Second down and 5. Sarton, the man under, with Mark tight right, splits to the left, and a split backfield. Motion flags go down as Mark was count early, and that's going to be the first penalty of our contest. That'll set the Shorthorns back, and it'll be second down and 10 to go. Back from the original line of scrimmage. Coach David Hoosman is giving the play. Coach Kurt Bezetsny up here in the box talking back and forth to the sideline. Coach Conley Brown and Coach Doug Stewart. Of course, their junior varsity last night, or on, I should say, Thursday night, defeated Hallettsville 30-13. Second down and 10 for the Schulenburg Shorthorns. Sarton will give the draw to Houston. Big hole, Jason Houston. High step in 30. Gets away from one more. We'll look at Jason Houston all the way up to the 21-yard line. And that's a gain of 24 yards. Houston to the 21, a gain of 24. And the Shorthorns are back in business. The ball just shy of the 21 with 6:55 to go. We'll stick the chains and start the clock. Well, it's Jason now carries the ball unofficially 4 times, 37 yards, and a touchdown for the senior blue chip candidate. Split backs. Tight end is to the right, splits on each side. Sarton will hand, give to right. Right gets across the 20. That's a penetration. Give it up to about the 18-yard line. And they'll see where they mark the ball officially. It will be a second down, and we'll call it a long 6. We'll call it 7. Give him 3 on the carry, and it's second down and 7. Horns and Brahmas tied. 6:10 left to go. First quarter at Shorthorns Stadium. 1994 season opener. Schulenburg come in preseason ranked number 1 in the state in Class 2A. Steven Sarton, the man under, barks a signal, turns, gives to right, straight up the middle, has a big hole. Gets away, then he missed the block, gets up to the 15. That offensive line for Schulenburg, the center is Dustin Bozel, the guards are Chris Urick and Donovan Hujae, the tackles are Greg Segura and Dan Deegan. They got the big boys on the outside. Deegan at 245 and Segura at 240. Third down and 3. First third down situation for Schulenburg tonight. 5.5 to go first quarter. Tied at 7. Schulenburg knocking on the door at the 15-yard line. They need to take it to just shy of about the 11. Sarton, strong right, gives it to Jason Houston. Gets a good cut. Houston's got the first down, still has more. On his feet all the way up to about the 5-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 10 for Jason Houston and another first down. 9 yards on the carry for Jason Houston. And Jeff, once again, Jason is running all over the place. So far tonight, he's racked up some good yardage.
Oh, definitely. In the first quarter, already 46 yards, and we still got a little less than half the quarter to go. Keeps those legs pumping. It's going to be a long night for the Browns.
Yes, it will, as Sarton barks the signals. 5 minutes left to go. First and goal from the 6. Fumble by Sarton, picks it right back up, drives ahead, and he is going to be awfully close to the goal line. A busted play made nice. Sarton takes it to about the 1. It'll be a second down, and now they'll mark it back at the 2-yard line. So a gain of 4 for Sarton with 4:30 left to go in our first quarter of play. One thing about a rainy night is the ball is on the ground and the clock continues to roll most of the night. Split backfield. Tight end is to the right. Sarton will give it to right. Cuts out. Oh, we'll see ya. Untouched. Right for 6. That's Bradley Wright. And he was right on the money that time. The perfect hole, the blocking of the line. Jeff did a wonderful job, and he scoots in untouched.
Well, the left side of the line with Segura and then caved in the right side of the defensive line from Hallettsville and left the gaping hole. He could have went further, but luckily all we needed was 1 yard. A nice drive by the Shorthorns.
They kept it on the ground the entire drive. It will be Schramek to try to add the extra point with 4:19 left to go. The swinging gate play for the Shorthorns. You see that so much now in high school football. As they'll set the 2 wings. We'll look for a good snap. The hold is down by Sarton. The kick is up, and it's way off. No good. So it's no good with 4:19 left to go. Our score, Schulenburg Shorthorns 13, the Hallettsville Brahmas 7. Shorthorns to kick it away. Up 13-7, 4:19 left in our first quarter of play. Impressive drive. Jeff Prosky, 10 plays, 77 yards.
Yes, we'll see what happens here with the balls kicking off in this rain here. He's fielded it pretty fairly here. We'll see.
Up to the 25, the 30, and it may have been no fumble, 35-yard line. That was number 2, Mark Kellner on the return. So the Shorthorns go back on defense. Hallettsville had their way with the Shorthorn defense the first time around, driving it down the field and scoring. The defense will spin out here. We've got a trip situation here to the left. The tight end is to the right, a 1 setback. It's a running play up the middle to Brooks, and he is wrapped up and dropped. Eric Aiding, Jamie Jackson, and Chad Gintert in on that play. No gain on the play. Aiding from his defensive end position played it perfectly, and they shut him down. Second down and 10, 3:50 left to go in the first quarter. Horns up 13-7. They've scored on both possessions. Hallettsville scored on their opening drive. This is their second time with a football. A very wet football it is. Second down. A right side pressure. Boom! Boom! Sack attack by the Black Attack. 63, that's Brian Valenzuela. So Brian with a big play. So now to bring up a third long situation, Brian Valenzuela is a junior with one letter, 170-pound defensive lineman. And he gets a sack attack. A third down and 15 to go for Hallettsville. 3:05 left here in our first quarter. Schulenburg defense looking impressive on this second drive. Trips here to the left. A one setback is Brooks. And there's movement on the right side of the line. It may have been the tight end, Bluda, or it was Jeff Bunyak. So that's the first penalty of the night for Schulenburg, or for Hallettsville. And that'll bring up 3rd and 20. Clock is stopped. 2:50 left. First quarter. Horns 13, Brahmas 7. Kevin Fishback along with Jeff Prosky, our cameraman Greg Uola, here on Crown Cablevision Channel 16. Every Tuesday night we'll have Shorthorn football. Apple back to pass. And a sack. And that's a great play by Ricky Hernandez as he got to the ball before, or got to the quarterback before the ball did. Ricky just came shooting the gap and just really got to Apple quickly.
Coach must have had a stun on, and he was pretty much came in there untouched. Apple never even got a chance to set up on the play. He was trying to roll out to the right, and it didn't have a chance.
So that drive went for -15 for the Brahmas. They will punt. It's going to be Jackson at the midfield stripe. Low snap. They pick it up, and it's off the side of the foot. It's going to go at about the 40 and go out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. So once again, good field position for the Shorthorns. That's going to be a punt of 23 yards. 23-yard punt. And Schulenburg will take over possession with 1:58 left. And, of course, we couldn't be here bringing you this action every Tuesday night without the sponsorship from Baumgarten Matula, Bruce and Cindy Bowles, Bozel. 3D Belt Company, Stephen Charisse Dees, back in Lady Horns and the Shorthorns, and Charles and Gail Bach. First down, pitch it right, has a hole, and then is driven down, and the ball is fumbled. He'll pick it right back up. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Oak Ridge Smokehouse Restaurant, Robert, Pam, and Marissa Bezetsny supporting the Shorthorns. Tom and Dolores Sanders. Gallup Supermarket, Leo's Stop and Shop. Leo Shear Genius and upstairs at the downstairs. Mayor Leo Kopetsky, Davine, and Kenny. The Record Rack, Barry and Melissa Shepard. Gary and Laurie Bauer. Jean Barber and Christine Ginnard, and Royce and Jeanette Hujae. 2nd and 9, Shorthorn football with 1:20 to go in the first quarter. Schulenburg up 13-7 over Hallettsville. 1994 season opener. Sarton, the man under, will snap it, give it back. Nope, keep it. Looking, and he's got some trouble. Then throws it. The man is open. Mark had it at the first down marker, and it couldn't pick it up. That was the first passing attempt. Stephen did a good job of avoiding the rush. Got it to Mark. Mark was wide open, Jeff, and he just couldn't hold on to it.
It looks like he just led him a little bit. Again, I'm going to allude to the weather. I think that's going to have a big effect on the passing game tonight. It's going to be interesting. If a quarterback completes a pass, he's done a heck of a job.
It continues to rain here at Shorthorn Stadium in this 1994 opener. Another 3rd down situation for Schulenburg. 3rd down and 9. Split backfield right to the right and Houston to the left. The quarterback is Steven Sarton. Bezetsny here on our near side. Jackson on the far side. Quick pitch left side. Houston looking for a block. Got the block. Still on his feet, fighting for the first down yardage. That is a great block. A great block by Greg Segura, the left tackle. It's going to be awfully close to a Shorthorn first down. It's going to be at about the 30-yard line. It is going to be a 4th down and about a yard. Jeff, I think with the momentum, what would you do? Play coach in this situation.
Well, in this situation, I think I'd go for it. You got him on your side of the field pretty good. With the yard to go, with the line surge, the size of the line, I would try for it.
Would never, ever second guess David Hoosman. I would never do that, or any coach for that matter. But I think you made the right call, too, yeah. I think we're going to go for it. We are. First, 4th down and about a yard. A minute 2 left on the first quarter clock. Shorthorns up 13-7. 4th and a yard. Sarton will have to take it himself because Houston stumbled, and Sarton has got the presence of mind to pick up the first down. A gain of 3. It's a busted play because Jason Houston stumbles. It's a gain of 3, and the Horns have a first down as he takes it to about the 27-yard line. And another first down for Schulenburg. Once again, a senior leader, Steven Sarton. Busted play.
Well, you have to attribute to the line there. There was a hole there. If he'd have been able to hand that ball off, we don't know what we'd have got on that play. There was a nice hole. Being as the ball slipped, he still got a chance to get some positive yards.
So, and it's a 4th down call. So now it's 1st down and 10 Shorthorns. We'll hand it to Jason Houston. Gets a block. Houston busts a tackle. Gets it up to about the 19. Ball is fumbled. And the official is right there, says no. Ground cannot cause a fumble. And Robert Burns, 55, just can't understand it. He was having a time trying to relate to that. Inside of 20 seconds left in the first quarter. It's a gain of 5 for Jason Houston. And the seniors had an outstanding first quarter of play. 7 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown as the clock winds down here. As we come to the end of the first quarter, the Shorthorns will not get a playoff. So we have played 1 quarter with our score. The Schulenburg Shorthorns 13, the Hallettsville Brahmas 7. And of course, we want to thank some of our fine sponsors that are making it all possible tonight. And those sponsors include Casper's Department Store, clothing and shoes for the family. Frank's Supply, Swanky Baumgarten Funeral Home, Mark Bryan and Bill Clazel. Schulenburg Glass, Mike and Phyllis Yuritsa. Schaller Engineering, Welborn Petroleum, Hill Bank and Trust Company, serving your local area for over 100 years. Watzlawick Clinic and Pharmacy, Mr. B Fireworks, Tom Vargas, more bang for your buck. Along with Hollis Duncan Insurance Agency, Hugo Hollis in Schulenburg, Carl Duncan in Weimer, Frank's Restaurant. Management personnel say good luck, Horns. 65 years of superior food and IH-10 and Highway 77. Chuck Brown Ford, Double B Foods Incorporated, and Bubba and Karen Deegan. Back to play here, the Shorthorns on the drive, 2nd down and 4 situation. Wright and it'll be Wright and Houston in the backfield. Hand it to Wright. Wright, nice hole. He's on his feet. He's going to go all the way up to about the 7-yard line. Super job by Bradley Wright. A gain of 14 yards. 6 carries, 48 yards for Wright. 7 carries, 61 yards unofficially for Jason Houston. 11:50 to go, first half of play. Shorthorns lead the Hallettsville Brahmas 13-7. It's 1st and goal. Ball is at the 9-yard line. We'll call it the 9. 1st down and goal from the 9. Split backs, 2 split outs to the right. Clock is not rolling. Now it rolls. Handed off to Wright. He gets met in the backfield, carries a man on his back, and gets it to the left side. To about the 7-yard line. Gain of 2 for Bradley Wright. Clock rolls, 11.5 to go first half. At halftime, we'll feature the Schulenburg Shorthorn Band, and we'll also tell you about some of the things that have been going on here in Schulenburg this past week as we get things going in the 1994-95 school year. So stay with us here on Channel 16 for all this fine action each and every Tuesday night. Split backs, receiver to either side, tight end is to the right. Houston has it, has the hole, cuts it, touchdown, number 2 of the year. Jason Houston says, Mushka, get off me. Touchdown with 11:13 left to go. In the first half, a 7-yard gain for Jason Houston. That's his 2nd touchdown of the night, and it puts the Shorthorns up 19-7. And it'll bring up Schromick. Let's see if they'll go for 2 to try to reach the 21 mark or kick the extra point. Schromick has got the tee out as though he will kick the extra point. Shorthorns are in the swinging gate formation. With Sarton, the quarterback, as a holder, you just never know. They will swing it out to Houston, and he's caught immediately in the backfield. It didn't work. And with 11:13 left in the first half, our new score, Schulenburg 19, Hallettsville 7. Relatively easy time tonight, Jeff, moving the football on the ground. 3 rushing touchdowns. Jason Houston with 2, Bradley Wright with another.
Well, as I alluded to earlier, I talked to Coach Hoosman, and he said that the key to the game is going to be keeping the passing out of the air. And between the good defense of the Shorthorns in this rain, that might be 2 pluses to help them.
That offensive line, very important. It's always carried those Shorthorns through, and it's doing it here. in the first half of the opener. The kickoff is going to be taken at about the 13-yard line. That's Brooks coming straight up the middle, and it's going to be slapped down and then knocked down. That's going to be Paco Valenzuela, along with Bezetsny in on the play. Valenzuela and Bezetsny making the initial contact. First down and 10 for the Hallettsville Brahmas. It continues to rain here in Schulenburg, as we have 11:06 to go in the first half. Shorthorns have a 12-point lead, 19-7. Split backfield, double wing formation with a single setback for the Hallettsville Brahmas. Now Mushka will go motion, and they'll hand it off the inside handoff to Bluta, and he gets hit after a short gain. Tackle going to be made in there by 61 Chad Gintert. And Eric Gating, number 7, also in on the play. It's going to be a short game for Bluta. Give him 4. It'll be second down and a long 6. 10:35 to go, first half. Horns 19, Brahmas 7. Another double wing set with a single setback. This time the quarterback will roll. Has the man wide open. Throws it downfield. It's in and out of the hands of Bluta. The coverage there by Tyson Romine. The pass is incomplete. That's the second one, Jeff, that we've seen just out of the reach of Bluta.
Yes, I think this rain he's going to have a hard time gripping the ball, and with the pass rush on him, he's going to not have a lot of chance to set up, and it's going to cause some problems.
Well, it's done that here. As we look at the stats for Bluta or Apple, he has completed a number of his passes, only 2. Okay, 2 of 6 with 2 sacks. Okay, 2 of 6 with 2 sacks. So it's third down, 3rd and 8, 7 we'll call it, 3rd and 7. Apple looking to pass, Shorthorn rush. Romine had him, let him get away. Makes a nice, oh, what a good tackle by Kurt Bezetsny. Bezetsny held his ground and lit him up. And I guess that could be a pancake. It was pretty close to it. It'll bring up 4th down, a gain of 1. Kurt Bezetsny with the first official pancake of the year for the Schulenburg Shorthorns. And it will be punt time for the Brahmas. A 34-yard effort earlier. Jamie Jackson will drop back to about his 30-yard line to receive the punt off the foot of Kevin Zapp. Low snap, picks it up, Zapp booms it. Jackson at the 27. Jackson eludes a man, gets away from another, and goes right into the pile, and is knocked down at the 34-yard line. 9:32 left to go. First half, Horns 19, Brahmas 7. Some of the sponsors here on Channel 16 each and every Tuesday night include Diamond S Restaurant, Foxfire Builders, J.O. Renner, 10th Frame Bowling, Autobahn Travel Shop, IMCO, Ken and Sherry Banks are the owners, Krumchick Wagner Insurance Agency, Kelly and Doris Sarton, Schulenburg Livestock Auction Incorporated, Zimmerman's Garage, Vernon and Fawn Zimmerman owners, Schulenburg Printing and Office Supplies and Sports Specialties, the Proschke families, and Dan and Jill Tabor. 1st and 10, Shorthorns, their 4th possession of the night. They've scored on their first 3. Ball is at the 34-yard line. It'll be a passing down for Sarton. He's going to be sacked by Mushka. Drop back to the 25-yard line. Brandon Mushka, the 215-pound senior, wrapped him up. And they will give him a loss of about 8. Second down and 18 for the Horns. That's the first loss, I think, of the night for Schulenburg on any of their offensive plays. So it's second down and 18 for the Schulenburg Shorthorns. 8:55 to go. First half of play, Shorthorns 19, Brahmas 7. Sarton, the man under, splits out here to the left. Sarton will hand it off to Houston. Houston gets away from one. A flag goes down. Jason's still fighting. And a whole swarm. You had 8, 9 Hallettsville Brahmas on that tackle. They are swarming. It'll be a flag on the play, maybe in the area of offensive holding, and it is going to be going against the Shorthorns. Let's see if they will take the penalty or the result of the play. It would be third down and about 15 if they took the play or second down and 28. I guess with this rain, you take the play. Or take the penalty. Take the penalty, Jeff. Drive them back. Make them go long.
Yes, it seems to be coming down a little harder. The more chance you have to them touch the ball, the more chance you have for a mistake. I think it's a good move.
Exactly right. So it'll be second and long as David Raines comes in with a play, and Bradley Wright will come out. 8.5 to go, first half. Horns lead 19-7, but it's a second down and a 26. Second and 26. Raines in the backfield along with Jason Houston. Sarton will go out, gets a block from Raines. Sarton airs one out. Jackson's wide open, has it at the 45-40. We'll see ya. Touchdown, Jamie Jackson. Oh, what a play. It covers 82 yards. And I think that one was called right up here because Hallettsville was in a man-to-man defense, and you can't play man-to-man on Jamie Jackson.
Well, I guess they were figuring on the rain. They weren't going to be able to throw far or throw deep, for that matter. Schulenburg has proved them wrong once again.
Sarton with the big 82-yard pass to Jackson. And the Horns lead 25-7 with 8:07 left in the first half of play. Schromick will try to air this one up as the Shorthorns defense or offensive line will move over, ready for the kick. As the snap is low, handled. The kick is up, and it's going to be no good. Wide to the right. So with 8:07 left, first half, the Horns have struck again. They lead 25-7. We look at this setup for the Horns, 3 rushing touchdowns, now the 82-yard bomb. That was picture perfect. Sarton just laid it out, and Jackson ran right under it, and he was gone.
Well, it looks like we're having the complete package here. If in the rain, if we can get a dry field, I wonder what the wonders we can do then.
Or the dome.
Let's not look that far.
No. We've got a long way to go before we get to that point. Schromick will kick it off. Horns up 25-7. It's a squibbler. It's going to be touched, and then the man is Bonewall's going to have his foot on the ground, knee to the ground. That's going to be Kellner. Mark Kellner. At the 33-yard line, Brahmas back in business. First down and 10. 8:05 left to go in the first half. We'll feature the Shorthorn Band if they march at halftime, depending upon the weather. We don't know exactly if they will or not. We've had rain throughout. Ball game delayed a little bit, the kickoff, because of the lightning. Trips to the right, single setback is Brooks. Now he'll go motion to the left side. Looking to pass. Romaine gets the quarterback. Wobbly pass. Oh, no, it was way short. Romaine got to the quarterback, and he made him throw the ball just a little low.
Looked like the ball slipped. Looked like the ball slipped out of his hands. Maybe he rushed the throw, maybe a tad bit.
That and Romaine bearing down on him may have had a little difference.
Oh, yeah, I believe that had a lot of difference.
Of course, Romaine is a new student to Schulenburg. Tyson, he recovered the fumble on the opening kickoff. They got the Shorthorns in business from the get-go. Second down for Hallettsville. 2 receivers to the left, 1 out here to the right. And Apple will throw, looking and throwing. And it is incomplete, just out of the outstretched arms of number 8, David Rakes. Once again, Apple just missing his target.
Well, the last 5 passes he's had a little trouble with, 2 sacks and 3 incompletes. This weather is going to be a dominating factor tonight.
And Jeff, being down 18 points doesn't help.
You're going to have to throw. I don't think you're going to be able to run too positively against this defense. It's going to have to put it in the air.
The longer we go, the slicker the turf gets.
And the more rain.
Third down 10. Brahmas in the Shorthorn or their own territory. Apple looking to pass. Sack attack. Romine got to him first. And then Sam Brown finished him off. Well, Big Sam got the sack that time, but Romine caused the pressure, and Sam wrapped him up and put him to the turf. It's going to be a loss of 6. That is the 4th sack of the night, 3rd sack of the night by the Shorthorn defense. 4th and long to go. 4th and about 15. Looking for a good snap. There's a good snap. Here comes the horn rush. Not much. Low lining kick. And it's going to line drive and skid out of bounds. No, Jackson will be able to play it at the 20. Picks it up. Gets down the sideline. Jackson spins, moves to the 31-yard line. Not a bad job by Jamie Jackson. He could have let it go right there. He says, hey, I'll pick it up.
Well, I think the defense might have let up a little bit, thinking the same thing. He took up the sidelines, took advantage of a few key blocks, and made a nice little return out of nothing.
So the Horns will have it with 7:06 left. I've noticed this about Shorthorn football in the last few years. It doesn't matter how much time is on the clock. They can always put it, if it's one play or if they need to grind it out for 8 or 9 minutes.
Well, we're lucky enough to have a multitude of weapons where you can't key on one person.
Exactly right. We saw that last series, the 82-yard pass to Jamie Jackson. Sarton, the man under, 2 splits to the right. Inside, Jason Houston has some running with midfield. He could go all the way. He's gone. We'll see ya. Jason's going to high step her in for 6 more points. A 70-yard touchdown run. And that's number 3 on the night for Jason Houston. 2 plays, 2 touchdowns, 152 yards on the last 2 plays of offense for the Horns. The 82-yard pass to Jackson and the 70-yard run by Houston.
It looks like it won't end.
Did you say multiple weapons?
That's an understatement, I believe.
Why are these people hitting the exits with 6:54 left in the first half?
The rain doesn't help.
31-7 doesn't help if you're a Brahma fan. Shorthorns up 31-7 with 6:54 to go. First half. It will be Schromick. The snap is down, the kick is up, and this time Schromick puts it on the board. 6:54 left, first half. Shorthorn fans love the rain. They love the scoreboard. Schulenburg 32, Hallettsville 7. Lead it 32-7 with 6:54 left in the first half of play as the rain continues to come down at Shorthorns Stadium. Well, the 1994 inaugural game for the Shorthorns has pretty much gone the way you've wanted to see it if you're a orange and black fan, as the Shorthorns have done it in numerous ways offensively. Kick by Schromick. The knuckleball is taken by Bonewall, 20-yard line. Comes up 30, 40, and it is hit and knocked down by number 62, Brian Valenzuela. 63, Brian Valenzuela. So Valenzuela on the tackle. Ball is at the 40-yard line. Hallettsville with 6:48 left in the first half. Jeff, I don't know if they're going to want to go to the air because that just gives Schulenburg time to get the ball back. They may want to go to the ground here and try to run some out.
Well, with a little luck, maybe the rain will quit during halftime and we'll have a dry field and we'll have a little more even playing turf.
32-7, first half, 6:48 left. Schulenburg leads. They'll hand it to Mushko, who gets wrapped up and dropped back. A gain of 1. Marek in on the play. Valenzuela in on the play. And the man on the bottom of the pile is Romine. Second down 10 for the Brahmas of Hallettsville. Now, they come from Schulenburg's got the toughest district in 2A. Hallettsville probably comes from the toughest district in 3A. With Belleville, of course, Belleville, a perennial playoff power, not even figure in the mix this year with Sealy and Columbus. And, of course, LaGrange. Doesn't get any easier when you're down this part of the country for high school football. Motion will come our side. Appel will roll to his left, looking. He's going to be rushed and going to be sacked, and a flag goes down, and now a flag across the other way. The sack was made by Paco Valenzuela. But let's get the official call. We're going to have a holding on the Bulls. And with a flag on the far end, it's been picked up, so that's going to be on the same play. So it's second. It'll either be second down or they're going to hold it right there. I would decline the penalty, make it third down. Take the play. That's what they'll do. They'll decline the penalty, take the play. It's third down and long again for Hallettsville. Next week, Schulenburg, or actually this week, this coming Friday night, Schulenburg will be at Rice, Altair, for the Rice Raiders. And that will come your way next Tuesday night at 8 o'clock here on Channel 16. Third down and 15 for the Brahmas. It's been a long night for the debut of Bill Boy Bryant. He doesn't like what he's seeing. There's the rush again. Apple is going to be hit and sacked and dropped. Ricky Hernandez with the sack. A loss of 4, and it brings up 4th down and 19. Coach Bill Boy Bryant replaced Jerry Bonewald this his first season. And he is not liking what he is seeing here. Jeff Prosky's going to have some interesting statistics for you coming up in a minute on the offensive. And the snap is fumbled on the punt. And he's going to be wrapped up and dropped. Bezetsny dropped him back at about the 11-yard line. Romine was there. Valenzuela was there. That's Paco. And Sam Brown. So another mistake, another miscue by the maroon and white, and it's a first down. And would this be called pinpoint range for the Shorthorns? First and 10 from the 12?
Oh, I think so. If they can tack on a little bit more here, I think they'll have a fairly comfortable lead in this weather.
Be very warm in the locker room at halftime.
Well, at least half of the locker room. The other side might be a little hot.
First down for the Horns. It's Sarton handing it off to Wright. He's going to go in untouched for his second score of the night. From 12 yards out, Bradley Wright tacks on another one, and it's now 38-7 Schulenburg with 4:50 left in the first half. 4:50 left in the first half. Schulenburg's had some awfully short drives tonight. Well, on their last 3 offensive plays, they have scored touchdowns. We had the 82-yard pass to Jackson, the 70-yard run by Houston, and the 12-yard run by Wright. The last 3 offensive plays for Schulenburg have been touchdowns. Schromick will add the extra point, or attempt to, with 4:50. The kick is up, and the kick is on the board. 4:50 left, first half of play. We're still in the second quarter. It's all Schulenburg, 39-7. Schulenburg 39 and Hallettsville 7. 4:50 left, first half. Kevin Fishbeck along with Jeff Prosky, Greg Yola, our cameraman tonight, battling the elements with the rain and the mad rush of the Shorthorns. The kick is taken by Brooks at the 10, 15, 20, 25, and gets wrapped up and knocked down right there. Nice play by the Shorthorns special teams. Kevin Mark in on that tackle. And Jarrett Schromick, the kicker. 4:42 left in our first half. As the lightning continues to streak, the rain has fallen all night. And it's just been an ugly game as far as Hallettsville is concerned. Trailing at 39-7. First down and 10. Trips to the right. Handoff. Brooks skips by one and then is going to be wrapped up and knocked down. Adam Bozel, Brian Valenzuela, Kurt Bezetsny, and Ricky Hernandez all in that play for the Shorthorns. Gain of 2, second down and 8. 4:20 left to go, first half of play. And the Schulenburg Shorthorns own a comfortable 32-point lead. Second down and 8. And Jeff says 8 inches. They will stick the chains, run it tight, and he's short by half a foot. Or maybe that's 8 inches. Just a little short. 9 inches. We'll call it a draw. So the Hallettsville Brahmas take over on possession with 6:34 left in our football game. You will hear, or you will be able to watch Schulenburg football every Tuesday night here on Channel 16. Brought to you by some fine folks, including Chuck Brown Ford, Double B Foods Incorporated, and Bubba, and Karen Deegan. First down, Hallettsville with the football at their own 28-yard line. Apple looking to pass, rolling to his right, throws on the run. It's caught, dropped, and incomplete. Pass was intended for David Rakes, high over his head. You know, I know you wouldn't show that play down 61-13 in the opening game of the season, but it kind of looked like the hitch and pee out of the hook and ladder.
It looked like it. I don't know if it. The back was coming out of the backfield around him. I don't know if It had a little the ball got there a little early, it looked like, and I don't think the play was going to develop. Schulenburg had a man on the outside over there, but it sure did look like that in the outset.
Kind of remind me of Cotton Bowl, Texas A&M and Notre Dame, when it was just so close. Remember that?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That was very close, but it went incomplete. And the count, it's now 2nd down and 10. Splits to the right, one out here to the left. Single setback. And wants to throw. Hit as he throws. Ball is loose and almost intercepted. The dying duck. And Anders couldn't pull it down. He had to readjust. That's a good job again by the Shorthorn defense. These second team guys, and we'll call them non-starters because they're all one big team, are doing a super job. Shorthorns, with the exception of maybe the penalties, a lot of bright spots.
Well, they're getting their chance to play just like everybody else, and they want to shine just like everybody.
It'll bring up 3rd down. 3rd down and 10. 6:21 left. 3rd down and 10 for Hallettsville. Back to pass. Apple throws it. Incomplete. Intercepted and down, and a flag goes down. Intercepted by Jared Schromick, but hold everything. We've got some dirty laundry. Holding against Hallettsville. It'll be declined, and the Shorthorns have the interception. Jared Schromick with the INT with 6:15 left. It's 61-13 Horns, and Schulenburg will move back out with the offense. It's just a formality now. There's the holding, a decline, 1st down, Schulenburg. Let's get some of these numbers here. Chris Urich, Donovan Huge, Deegan, and Chernishek. So the starting line remains in the game for Schulenburg. The starting line remains in. We'll have Schromick go in along with Mark. Mark's a starter. Anders and it'll be Anders and Raines in the backfield.
There was one place that Hoosman wanted to get. It was a little more line continuity, so I think that's what he's going to be working on tonight.
A new line, you need the experience. Hand it off up the middle. Anders. There's 10 guys on the play. 10 Hallettsville Brahmans. You gotta like that defensive tenacity.
Well, the scoreboard shows it, but they haven't given up. You can tell that in their fire. They're still rushing to the ball, playing excellent defense.
2nd down for Schulenburg. Clock runs inside of 6 minutes to go. Thursday night here at Shorthorn Stadium, the junior varsity in action against Rice. Friday night, the Horns on the road at Rice Consolidated in Altair. You'll see the broadcast on next Tuesday night, week from tonight, beginning at 7 p.m. on Channel 16. 2nd down and 8. Schulenburg split backs, 2 receivers out here to the right. Sarton, the man under, will turn, give it to Raines. Raines needs a cut block, can't get it. Needed the block and to make his cut, and he gets about 2 on the play before he's hauled down shy of the 40. Actually a gain of 1. And that'll bring up 3rd down and long for Schulenburg. 3rd and 7, 5:10 to go in the fourth quarter. 5 minutes, getting to 5 minutes and counting for Schulenburg. Coming out of the game is Urich. And in place of Urich is Chernishek. 3rd and 8, Schulenburg football at the 41. Turn and give it to Anders. Anders has the 1st down. Todd Anders up to about the 32. Here's a young man, a JV player last year, has been flip-flopped back between the JV and the varsity this year. He's got his opportunity here tonight to run the football with the starting line, and he's done a good job.
Well, he's making the most of his opportunity. He's mostly known as a blocking back, but he's showing his wares right now.
A 1st down for Anders, and the Horns continue to roll at the 32-yard line. 4:25 to go in this football game. Schulenburg 61-13 leaders over Hallettsville. Season opener 1994. Sarton. Give it to Anders. Anders cuts to the left. He's got some open running room at the 20, 15, 10. He's going to step it in for 6. Todd Anders with the big run from 22 yards out, and he's got 6 points on the board. 32 yards out. Let's not shortchange the junior. 32 yards out. That is a total of 57 yards for the young man on 7 carries. You guys lost a running back. I think tide will stick right there with the on the Friday nights. 4:07 left to go in this football game. Coach Stewart said he's been up with the big boys the whole time. 67-13 Shorthorns. Little confusion with the extra point attempt. They need to hurry it up. Looking for the shift. Got to make it a quick one. The official with the watch is going. Oh, he's got the whistle close. Looking for the snap. There it is. Kick is up. Schromick boots it on the board. So we've got 4:07 left to go in this football game. Our score now reads Schulenburg 68 and Hallettsville 13. Shorthorns lead it 68-13 as Todd Anders carried that one over for his first touchdown as a varsity Shorthorn. Schulenburg with 7 rushing touchdowns and 3 passing touchdowns tonight. Jeff, it's just been once again, total domination by the orange and black.
I'm really surprised in the weather, the way the balance is. There's so much balance even in bad weather.
There's the kick by Schromick. Brooks, it hits off of him. This is going to be fun. Loose ball and smash mouth up to about the 25. Hit made there by Adam Bozel. And of all things, we have fought it all night until now with 4:01 left. It's barely raining, just a very, very light drizzle.
It's amazing. Why couldn't it stop this about 2 hours ago?
How do you explain it? Texas weather, that's what it is. First down and 10, Hallettsville with 4:01 left in our contest. Coach David Hoosman with a big smile on his face down on the sidelines. They'll turn, give it to Brooks. Breaks a couple of tackles. Barry Shepard there. Gain of about 2, and it'll bring up a second down. See if we can't get a shot of Coach Hoosman there on the sidelines. Wet and all, he's had a good night here. Standing by Coach Brad Oden, watching the troops. And Coach Oden with the defense, getting the signals out to those guys. By the way, Coach Stewart and Coach Brown have left us. They said the rain has stopped, so we'll go down, and there they are, back on the sidelines. Second down and 9. Shorthorn defense trying to hold it right here with a 68-13 lead. Hallettsville with motion right. Apple comes out here to the left, looking, has a man. It's going to be caught and then hit. It is going to be caught by Kevin Machek, and Machek is stopped by Joseph Moore. Caught it and kind of rolled up on the shoulder pad. It's a first down for Hallettsville. The clock will start when the chains are stuck at 3:07 remaining. Remember, Thursday night, Shorthorn JV here at Shorthorn Stadium. Friday night, varsity on the road at Rice Consolidated. Inside of 3 minutes to go in the 1994 season opener. 68-13 Schulenburg over Hallettsville. Apple continues at the quarterback position. We'll work it to Tremaine Brooks. Now throw it. Caught by Bluta. Bluta slips it. No, he doesn't. That's a great play by Schromick to hold him tight. It goes from the 43 across midfield. 17-yard gain. Bluta has caught that's the big bright spot. 4 catches, 113 yards for Bluta. It is now a 1st and 10 for the Hallettsville Brahmas. Looking to pass, thrown across the middle and caught. The ball is caught by David Rakes. And now the clock will stop. Probably look at the measurement, and it will be a first down. So the clock will remain stopped until they get the chains in place. Hallettsville with another impressive drive, although being against the second and third team defense. Clock rolls at 2:10 left in the ball game. Hallettsville with the football. Twins out here to the left, wing to the left. Hand it off to Brooks. Trap, and he'll take it close to the 20. Clocks will continue to roll. And now a timeout. A timeout has been called with 1:56 left in our football game. Schulenburg leading 68-13. Some of the fine sponsors making this cable cast possible include Diamond S Restaurant, Foxfire Builders, that's J.O. Renner, 10th Frame Bowling Alley, Autobahn Travel Shop, IMCO, Ken and Sherry Banks owners, Krumchick Wagner Insurance Agency, Kelly and Doris Sarton, Schulenburg Livestock Auction Incorporated, Zimmerman's Garage, Vernon and Fawn Zimmerman owners. That's Schulenburg Printing and Office Supplies and Sports Specialties, the Proschke families, and Dan and Jill Tabor. It's been all Schulenburg Shorthorns in this 1994 opener. Don't forget Friday night on the road at Rice Consolidated. Cablecast next Tuesday night at 7. The JV in action at 6:30 is the action next week. Or this week, this Thursday night at 6:30. Get the starting time for Friday night's game. I believe it's going to be an 8 o'clock start Friday at Rice. 8 o'clock start. And then we still have Manor, Yoakum, and then close out the pre-district season with Class 4A Houston-Wheatley before opening up the district season. And oh, what a district race we're going to have this year. Second down and 3, Hallettsville knocking on the door. They trail 68-13 with inside of 2 minutes to go in the football game. The pass is going to be caught. Goes outside. Nice block. And it takes to about the 15-yard line. David Rakes with the catch. Bonewall tried the block. It's going to be a first down to the 15. The clock is stopped at 1:41 as they will move the chains. And, it's like about Hallettsville. They're not giving up. They're just going right after them, trying to try to get a little consistency, something to build on.
They're learning, too. They're trying out more plays and different personnel. It's a learning experience for everybody tonight.
1:30 left to go. First down and 10 from the 15. Double wing set, single setback. Apple will roll to his right. Schulenburg in pursuit, throws, caught, and touchdown! Mike Bonewald. 15-yard touchdown pass to Bonewald. That doesn't have Coach Brad Oden happy. Takes the hat, scratches the head, says, come on, guys. I wanted to hold him right there. So it will be a touchdown, making it 68-19 with 1:11 left to go in the contest. And two-point conversion will be coming, but first, a timeout. That'll give us a chance to recognize the Shorthorn cheerleaders. Schulenburg Shorthorn cheerleaders. The mascot. And flip the page over. The Schulenburg Shorthorn cheerleaders. Head cheerleader Jill Hertzik, Jamie Gallup, Randy Bohach, Christy Kocian, Tyra Porter, Lindsey Camp, Bree Holtz, and Annie Sawyer. Cheerleader sponsor is Lynn Mahach. So it'll be 1:11 left to go with a two-point conversion coming up. The Schulenburg Shorthorn Bells had a performance at halftime despite the rain. The band did not perform, therefore that's why we did not have it for you this evening. But join us throughout the year. We will have the special features on the band and all the activities associated with the SISD academics and athletics here on Channel 16 each and every Tuesday evening. Hallettsville will go for the two-point conversion with 1:11 left. The clock does not run. It is 68-19. Schulenburg with the lead. Apple, the man under. Mushko motion right. They will roll to the right. Looking, they'll try the same play. Throw it deep corner, incomplete. And a flag goes down in the area of offensive holding. It is offensive holding, decline. 1:11 left in the football game. It's Schulenburg 68 and Hallettsville 19. So the Schulenburg Shorthorns will prepare for an onside kick in a 68-19 score here with just 1:11 seconds left in the football game. Horns Friday night travel to Rice. You'll see that game next Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. There's an onside kick. That's not going to go anywhere but out of bounds, and Schulenburg will have field position at the 45. Well, you want to kick it that way, Jeff. You like to see it end over end, but you want it to go more than 3 yards.
The 3 yards is required 10. He didn't get a little too close to that. He had the right idea, but he kicked behind his runners, and it's not going to carry too much weight with the coaching staff.
1 minute and 11 seconds left. Horns have the football as we get ready to chalk down victory number 1 of the 1994 season. Schulenburg will move to 1-0. Hallettsville 0-1, and will look for bigger and better things to come. It's not easy opening up against number 1, or anybody for that matter. 1:11 left, fourth quarter, and Sarton remains in the quarterback. Raines and Anders, the setbacks. Give to Todd Anders. Todd up for about 3 yards. And it's second down. Second and about 7. Oh, another, once again, a gang tackling by Hallettsville. They've done that all night. It's one thing you like to see, is a lot of white uniforms around the football. 40 seconds left in the opener. It's been all Schulenburg. We've got some stats to give you, and get the calculators ready, because some teams won't have this much offense in the entire year that Schulenburg had tonight. And that is not a joke. It's been outstanding. Sarton will take the knee to end the ball game. And now flags go down. Probably too many men in the backfield. That may be the call. We'll see. They dropped it right after the play started. It couldn't have been too much time. Illegal procedure. All right, it was illegal procedure. I know Adam wasn't quite set. That may have been it. But nonetheless, Schulenburg will win this game 68 to 19, barring any unforeseen plays. And don't forget, Thursday night here at Shorthorns Stadium, the JV in action against Rice. Friday night, varsity on the road to Altair, Rice Consolidated. And we'll have the game for you next Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. Clock will start. Shorthorns will not have to run another play as we look at the scoreboard, and it tells the story. And Jeff Prosky is going to give you some stats that will tell you the bigger story here this evening. Shorthorns will not snap the football. They will win the game 68 to 19. And step number 1 has been accomplished by the Schulenburg Shorthorns as we watch the teams greet each other. And as we watch them greet each other, we'd like to take a look and tell you about the stats for tonight's game. And Schulenburg moves out to 1-0 on the season. Horns wrap this one up. First of all, Steven Sarton had a big night. Sarton, 7 of 9 in the passing department. And he 243 yards, 3 touchdown passes. Jackson caught an 82-yarder and a 63-yarder, 145 yards. Mark caught a 40-yard pass. Raines caught 2 for 64, including a 55-yard touchdown. Jason Houston, huge night, 12 carries, 187 yards, 4 touchdowns. One from 27, 70, 7, and 3. Wright, 12 carries, 78 yards, 2 touchdowns, a 12-yarder and a 2-yarder. Todd Anders, 8 carries, 59 yards, including a 32-yard touchdown. And David Raines, 5 carries for 15 yards. Sarton, 3 carries for 7 yards. Rushing offense, 346 yards. Add that to 243. You come up with 589 yards of total offense tonight for the Schulenburg Shorthorns. For Hallettsville in the passing department, we'll just tell you that Apple completed or attempted 28 passes for 112 yards. The completions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 for 28, 112 yards. The majority of that went to Bluta. 4 catches, 113 yards. Total offense for Hallettsville, 168. Once again, the final score, 68-19, Schulenburg over Hallettsville. Jeff, some closing remarks from you. It's been a good effort here tonight for the Schulenburg Shorthorns.
It's been a lot of fun, and I'm sure they enjoyed themselves. Look like we have no injuries. The kind of game you want to finish with. You don't want any injuries. A lot of things can happen on a sloppy field, and then get a little carelessness at the end here. I think Coach is going to have a happy report to give to the town next week, and kids will get a little break probably.
Friday night, the Shorthorns make their first road trip of the year. Rice Consolidated. Join us for that ball game at 8 o'clock. The rebroadcast will be at 7 o'clock next Tuesday night. JV in action this Thursday night at home against Rice Consolidated. Greg Yola has been our cameraman. We thanks for all of his fine pictures tonight. For Jeff Prosky, I'm Kevin Fishbeck. Schulenburg Shorthorns 68-19. Step number 1 on the road to state.